I'm asking you who you are and why you're videotaping our facility, you have to provide me with some kind of identification. So you have
to require identification under the law, you need to be able to articulate a crime that I'm about to commit or I have committed.
If I'm asking you who you are, you have to provide me with identification.
I don't have to, no.
It's just like anything else.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do.
The Supreme Court has covered that filming out in public is perfectly legal.
I don't care what the
And that is not a suspicion of crime. So therefore you have no suspicion of crime.
Why do you feel that you do not have to perform any form of
Because that's the law.
No, it's not. If
yes,
you're out here and I want to know why you're videotaping our facility and you have to provide me some form of identification, you just can't come and walk away anytime you want and just come up with your things and fly them over our lot. I want to know who you are and why you're videotaping this right now.
You probably want to get a supervisor or somebody higher up.
Sure, here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go to your first sergeant. Not a problem. Not a problem.
He can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape. Not a problem.
All right.
Okay.
So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today. That's good.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure.
What's up? What's up, my PBM family? What is up? Another episode of Old School Cop. You got your man Joe Rotten, one-man unit tonight. My partner Shane, who's on RDO. And I just want to say thank y'all for sharing love, spreading the videos, sending in the videos. We're doing a lot of big things. The numbers is constantly growing, so I definitely appreciate my audience. So I always got to show love. Thanks, Liz, for sending in a lot of videos. I appreciate you. Please continue to support the channel. On this particular video, right? Very obvious that State Trooper did not know, or nor did he even care to know the law, because he said during this back and forth, I don't care, because the guy is telling them, like, the Supreme Court said, I don't care. Maybe you should care, because they kind of grant us what we can and can't do. So maybe you should care about what the Supreme Court has instructed, laid down for the law. So what I'm going to do is, right, I want to say not everybody's perfect, but when you make a mistake, yo, say it. Say, listen, my bad. I apologize. I was wrong, and keep it moving, because his shame or walk was looking real stupid. It really was. He was like, okay, Sergeant, and just kept walking. And the guy started just being a prick to him. His walk of shame was horrible, and he deserved it. The guy started clowning him, and he deserved it. First of all, you need to care about what the Supreme Court. Second of all, when you're wrong and you make a mistake, you got to own up to it. But you could tell the officer was kind of a jerk, because he got called out on it, and he really thought that he knew what he was talking about, and it was obviously that he didn't. And so, yo, know what you're doing, man. How you going to take a job? And I'm not saying you have to know every law, right? You have to know every concept, but the basics, like, this is everyday life. This is everyday contact, right? So that's why they call it basic training academy, because they give you the basics, and then you have further educational classes to take. You're out here enforcing the law, taking lives, taking freedom. Like, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of moving parts, and you got to do your part as the officer, bro. Know what you're talking about. Don't put this badge and gun on and go out and you start just winging it, because people can get killed, people can get arrested illegally, unlawfully. And, and the taxpayers is just paying out bags and bags of money because you are not educating yourself. And I think the Sarge, right, he should be doing something about this. It wasn't like, yeah, let him talk. Yo, we need this, like, I would call him in. I'm like, you didn't know that? Yeah. Okay, so we need to do some retraining. Like, I'll put this kid through another constitutional law class, bro. Like, we need to get some further training. I can't have you out on the streets and you don't know the law. Like, I really would, like, help this guy. Like, that was bad. That was terrible. And so, look, officers, know what you're talking about. Really know what you're doing. If you're not sure, look it up. Ask somebody who knows. Don't ask another cop who hasn't been here, hasn't been here. As a matter of fact, just go to a DA. Go to an attorney. I'd rather you get your information straight from the DA, because once you make an arrest, it actually goes to them anyway. And I could tell you right now, firsthand, because I got a lot of DA friends, the things they talk about, they like, you guys like to send in some cases, boy, and think I just supposed to make work magic. Like, whew. So those are the guys that you would talk to. That they taught me a lot on the job. I mean, I did listen to some senior officers that I really believe that they knew what they was talking about. But I ain't listened to a lot of cops, because a lot of cops didn't know what they was talking about. And so, you know, I went straight to the prosecutor's office. I had DAs in my wallet. I could call and say, yo, this is what it is. What do you think? How you know, I want to make sure I bring a tight case to you guys. Like, those are the people you need to have a relationship with. Those dudes who keep you out of civil court with unlawful arrest, the whole nine. So cops, look, know what you're talking about, man, because this trooper obviously didn't. Tell me what you think in the comments. What do you think should happen with this trooper? It was obviously he didn't know what he's talking about, and the sergeant is aware of it. So what do you think the sergeant should be doing, if he should be doing anything? All right. Once again, these videos for educational purposes. I'm always trying to educate you on saving a life. My job is to save a life, right? I'm trying to get you home to your families one way or another. At the end of the day, man, the most important thing is getting home to your family. All right, so take your fight to the courtroom, and I'll see you next video.